The game starts with a zookeeper working in a local city zoo. He gets a call from his boss, who informs him that he will now be on the night shift. The following night, he arrives for duty and talks to his boss, who tells him to go to the staff room to check the tasks for the night. The boss also mentions that a coworker will join him. The zookeeper reads the tasks on paper, then cleans the zoo and locks it up. While waiting for his coworker, he hears a knock at the outer door. Thinking it's his coworker, he goes to the gate but finds a stranger standing there. The stranger asks to be let in to see the zoo, but the zookeeper tells him to return in the morning as the zoo is closed. The stranger threatens him for not opening the door and leaves. The zookeeper returns to his room and informs his coworker on the call that there is a strange man outside who wants to come in, so be cautious. Just then, there's another knock at the door. The zookeeper checks, worried it might be the stranger returning, but it's George, his coworker. Afterward, the zookeeper grabs some meat and feeds the animals. However, the animals all get sick after eating, so he gives them medicine. He then heads to the staff room to monitor the zoo through the security cameras. On the CCTV, he sees his boss in one area, so he goes outside to check, but the lights suddenly go out. The zookeeper asks George to fix the power, which he does. When the zookeeper returns to check the cameras, he finds a VHS tape on a shelf. He plays it and sees footage of an old man falling into a rat cage at midnight and being killed by wild rats. It turns out the zoo was sued because of this incident. The old man was the same one who had warned the zookeeper earlier, saying he would return, and the zookeeper would regret it. People say that the man's ghost still haunts the zoo. George enters the room and tells the zookeeper to stop watching the tape, as the boss would be angry. He then invites the zookeeper to follow him, saying he has something to show him. George takes him to see a cursed journal about the zoo. He tells the zookeeper that he can read it if he wants, but he's heading back to his room. The zookeeper reads the journal and learns that no one should watch the VHS tape, as whoever watches it will face trouble and suffer. Suddenly, he hears a dangerous noise and checks to find a dead bird. He picks up the bird and throws it outside before returning to the staff room to check the cameras again. In the staff room, he meets a police officer. The officer explained that he had entered because the gate was open and that there had been reports of a butcher man in the area. Some people believe it's a spirit, but the officer says he will stay to ensure everyone's safety. Then, a scary sound is heard, and the cop tells the zookeeper to call his boss, while he calls for backup and blocks the door. The zookeeper informs his boss about the danger, and the police officer calls for backup. Just as another scream is heard, the officer tells the zookeeper to stay in the room while he goes outside to investigate. Some time passes, but the officer doesn't return, causing the zookeeper to worry. He heads outside to check. Outside, he finds the bodies of George and the boss, with the officer standing nearby. At that moment, the butcher arrives and kills the officer too. The butcher then chases the zookeeper, who barely manages to escape, running around the zoo until the police arrive and save him just in time.